Hello everyone, back tuning in today's third video. We're doing the first Easter 2019 update for today's first video. So the Easter weekend is now within the time frame of the extended GFS. It's in the unreliable time frame of the model. So at the moment we'll just be using this for trains for the first 2 or 3 updates, and then as we get through towards around a week to 10 days away, we should start to firm up a little bit more on the detail. But for the moment, updates 1, 2, 3, possibly 4, expect quite a lot of chopping and changing. But it is within the time frame of the GFS model now, so we will go through the charts for the Easter weekend very, very shortly. Just to say that earlier on today, we released the 5th Summer Analogues update. That video will be placed on the Summer Updates and Forecast page very shortly if it hasn't already. So that's going to have a written summary with it as well. You can watch that video on demand, have a read about written summary anytime from more or less now onwards. And then the second video, Dave Galsworth is sending around, of course, that video is also on the homepage right now for your viewing pleasure. So let's get on with the first Easter 2019 update. We're going to begin on Friday the 19th of April. Good Friday sees quite a nice looking chart actually. There's a deep area of low pressure out to west of the country in the Atlantic, but we've got this ridge of high pressure extending up from the Bay of Biscay in France. It's heading up towards Scandinavia as well with that ridge there. So quite a bit of high pressure around for Good Friday. The winds are coming up from a southerly southwesterly direction, indicate that it should be pleasantly mild, if not pretty warm. Upper air temperatures look nice and warm across most parts of the country. No problems there for Good Friday. Many places are dry. There is some outbreaks of rain across parts of Ireland, possibly just threatening west of Scotland, but basically much of Scotland, England, Wales looking mainly dry. A few showery bursts across east of Scotland. Of course, it's all in the unreliable time frame of the model anyway, so it very much shouldn't be relied upon that the precipitation will be close to eastern Scotland like that. I think generally quite a lot of dry weather would be enjoyed on that Good Friday if the charts came off like that. And a warm day as well. Look at that. Temperatures up to 18, 19 degrees in the southeast. You can possibly lift that to around 20 or 21. So around 70 Fahrenheit possible on Good Friday. Certainly not too bad at all. It is cooler out to west. We've got those outbreaks of rain across the Northern Ireland, Western Scotland. Temperatures are pegged back a bit there. But overall, a pretty warm Good Friday to start us off. Then we go through to Easter Saturday, and the high pressure begins to relent a little bit, allowing this area of low pressure and its weather front to start to move in from the Atlantic. Winds are still from the south, so it's pleasantly mild, if not quite warm. But there would be a weather system taking cloud and outbreaks of rain in from the Atlantic. Upper air temperatures still looking very pleasantly mild, or maybe even warm. No problems at all from that direction. There is this band of heavy rain that's moving in from the Atlantic through the day, so it suggests that there is some sort of wet weather, some sort of weather system heading in from off the Atlantic. Bear in mind that this is again in the unreliable time frame of the model, however, so details such as outbreaks of rain would have to be firmed up on much closer to the time. But it is bringing a band of rain in from the west. It's pretty warm again. Temperatures are up to the mid to upper teens Celsius across most central and eastern parts of the country. Not as warm as it is on Good Friday, but even so, up to around 17 or 18 degrees across the east. It's cooler in the west, of course, where you have the cloud and the outbreaks of rain heading in from off the Atlantic. That weather system crosses the country overnight Saturday and into Easter Sunday. And then, by the time we get through to Easter Sunday, we start to get this ridge building back up from the southwest again. So it looks like it's settling down through the course of Easter Sunday. It would be cooler. Winds are going round to west-northwest now. So it's a cooler air mass. That high pressure is starting to ridge back in from off the Atlantic. Upper air temperatures are lower. There's no problem. It's not cold at all. Just a bit cooler really on Easter Sunday compared to the days before. There's the outbreaks of rain clearing the southeast of the country through the course of Easter Sunday morning. And we're left with sunshine and showers out to the northwest. But again, there will be a lot of dry weather on offer once that band of wet weather gets out of the way to the east. Most places would turn dry, I think, as the high pressure begins to ridge back in from off the Atlantic. It is cooler, so temperatures in the south have dropped down to around 13 or 14 degrees, which is probably about average for the 21st of April, really maybe a touch below, but it certainly isn't cold. Just cooler on Easter Sunday for the south. In the north, it's a bit cooler still. Temperatures there around sort of 9 to 13. So a bit cooler up in the north, but certainly for the south it's not too bad at all from a temperature perspective. And that's about as it gets really, because by the time you get through to Easter Monday, 22nd of April, the high pressure is strengthening across the country once again. So the high pressure is almost back in over top of the UK, bringing once again a lot of dry weather with it. Upper air temperatures look pleasantly mild, if not fairly warm, down in the far southwestern part of the country. It's a dry day, there'll be plenty of sunshine, maybe a few showers across the northwest of Scotland, but most places would be dry. And those temperatures widely are heading up into the mid-teens Celsius, 14, 15 degrees. That's going close to 60 Fahrenheit, and probably about average really for the second half of April. So this is not a bad update at all for the Easter weekend to start us off with. This is only update number 1, and you can expect more chopping and changing from this. It might not necessarily play out like this is shown, but really not too bad an update at all. We do have that wet weather moving in from the Atlantic Saturday through to Sunday, but other than that, I mean, we start off with Good Friday mainly dry and warm, and from Easter Sunday through to Easter Monday, again looking like a lot of dry weather and temperatures certainly no worse than average, and generally probably rather on the mild side. So I think this is definitely one to bank, this update. It's definitely a decent update to start us off with, and we have had far worse Easters than that is showing over the years. As I say, a white Easter is more common than a white Christmas, although of course Easter this year is very late, so a white Easter would be quite unlikely this year just because of how far into April the Easter period is this year. But generally Easter is very notorious for its rather dodgy weather, and this is a decent update to start us off with. We'll do update number 2 probably on Tuesday, and we'll see whether the GFS is still running with this idea on Tuesday. If it is, then we'll be able to say that we've got a trend. It might show something rather different though, so we shall see on Tuesday. Right, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.